Well, it is fall here in Alaska, and that means it's starting to get cold. That also means that there's moose all over the place. I have had a bull hanging around the house here now off and on for a couple weeks, and I walk usually 3 to 4 miles. I shouldn't even say usually. I walk 3 to 4 miles every day. If the weather's not like horrible, I try to do it outside. But I've been seeing a lot of moose on my walks. I actually got like a little bit too close to a moose. Sometimes when you're walking around dusk, they kind of come out of nowhere. And I was walking up a hill, and a moose just came right out of a driveway, and it's like really like when you can see the breath coming out of the nostrils of a moose because it's cold and they're that close, and you can basically like hear them breathing. It's like it's a surreal experience, but it doesn't look quite as close probably in this picture because I took this picture after it had already crossed the road, but it was quite close. But card wise, so I have been picking up a few things here and there. I picked up a couple of really rare JJ McCarthy's. This first one is a certified purple, number to 10. It's a PSA 9. Obviously, being that it's number to 10, super low pop, tough card to find. I thought that the fourth quarter that he had against the Bears a few weeks back was kind of what I expected him to play like, to be honest with you. I expected him to have a pretty good year. I can't really go wrong personally with JJ. I am a Michigan fan, and so I'll always be a fan of him. Hopefully, he gets another opportunity coming back from injury from that high ankle. But I picked that one up, and I'm happy to add that to the personal collection. The second nice JJ that I picked up recently is a Pop 3. It is an Aqueous Test PSA 10. These are super, super tough. Like I said, it's a Pop 3 in the 10, and it's a low pop overall. There's just not a lot of these around. And so I picked this one up also. Like I said, they're PC cards for me. They're not; those two are not cards that I'm looking to flip or anything like that. I still think he has great potential in the pros. If he doesn't, worst case scenario, I'm a big fan. I have a Bowman Prospects of him. Actually, it's not a Prospects. It's a Bowman First red card of him, number to 5. That's also in the PC. That one's in his Michigan uniform. But for me, I just can't go wrong with him. I'm a big fan. Other than that, I picked up a set of 4 printing plates for Bryce Underwood, Michigan's current starting quarterback. 18 years old, ton of potential. Season's been a little hit or miss. We're sitting at 4-2 now, but I like Underwood. Again, I'm a Michigan fan. I picked up 2 4-plate sets. And I think this last one I only paid like $60 for all 4 of them. So just kind of fun PC type of pickups. That's been pretty much all I've picked up recently. However, I was messaging with a friend of mine, and we started talking about grading, and we were talking about Ohtani, because Ohtani has just been having some historic seasons, given that he's pitching and hitting, and just had another monster season at the plate this year. His hitting is just unbelievable. And I told this buddy of mine, I'm just like, I have some Ohtani stuff. I said at one point I got into when Topps Now used to do like the moments of the week. I actually got into those for quite a while. And I remember that with those moment of the weeks, they would have basically they'd give you I think 3 choices, if I remember correctly. They give you 3 choices of cards. Like, would you like to see a card made of this person or this person or this person? And then people would vote. And if you had a winning vote, so to speak, then you got a gold version of that card when they made it, and you'd pay for it and stuff. And I went through and I dug through my stuff because I swore I had some of those. And would you believe it? I found 5 of them. And so take a look. So I have a duplicate of one, and then the rest are individuals, and I got a couple living set cards in there also. You just kind of forget you have this kind of stuff, but that's part of the fun of collecting. I got into those moment of the weeks. I went through all of these cards that you see in the picture there, and the 5 gold moment of the weeks, they're all gradable. 3 of them should be like automatic 10s. 2 of them could be 10s, but could be 9s. Just very, very slight roller marks on them, and you know how that works. I mean, they could be as low as an 8, they could be a 10, but likely probably a 9. So I'm going to send all 5 of those in. I really do like Ohtani, so we'll see how those turn out. I really like the Ruth Ohtani card. There's 2 different versions of that. They made 2 separate ones, and that's one that I have raw there. That card to me looks perfect. I looked at it really close. I can't see a mark on it. It should be an automatic 10 in my opinion. Also, when I was digging through my boxes and looking for Ohtani stuff, I found 2 PSA 9s of a couple of other like Tops Now type of cards, and this first one is a Ruth Ohtani, and this is the different version. It's different. It's the first version, I should say, and it is a Moment of the Week Gold in a 9. And I remember I paid like $10 for this at the National years ago. And this second card is a Road to Opening Day. It has the same color sticker on it. And I knew I paid $10 for the Ruth Ohtani because I think it was during a time when he got injured. It was pretty early in his career, but he was injured anyway, and the prices for his stuff went way down. And I bought this Road to Opening Day. It has the same color sticker, and I'm pretty sure I did 2 for $20 on those. I think they were $10 a piece. So, you know, it's not like they're humongous cards. They're not like thousands of dollars or anything like that. But, you know, I mean, if you go from $10 to like $80 or $100 or, you know, $150, $200, you know, whatever. I don't know exactly what they're going for now, but a lot more than $10. You know, it's always fun to like go back through some of these boxes and see that, man, I had a lot more Ohtani stuff than I thought. And so I kind of had fun going through those, and I enjoy kind of going through some of these boxes that I haven't gone through in a long time. I also have some Moment of the Weeks of like Acuna's rookie year stuff, Soto. I found that I had a card of the month of Juan Soto. It's just cards that I just kind of forgot that I had. And like I said, it's just kind of fun to go through those and see them and discover them again. Not for the first time, but the first time in a while. Other than that, so I'm continuously wanting to consolidate cards. I've been making videos now for a couple years, talking off and on about looking to consolidate. In the past, I went to like a Lansing card show, and I looked to consolidate some lower end stuff into, you know, $100 to $300 cards, let's say. Now I'm actually going through my cards that are like, let's say $200, $300, maybe even $400. I'm looking through stacks of those, and I think I'm going to send a bunch of them to consignment to sell. The price of shipping has gone up quite a bit, and I know that eBay fees have gone up some. And for some of my stuff, I just sat down and did the math, and between the costs and then the amount of time, because I don't tend to have a ton of time during the week, I'm going to send a stack of stuff off to consignment with the idea that if I can turn a stack of, you know, $200 to $400 cards into, you know, $1,500 or a couple grand or whatever the case may be, maybe more, maybe less, that I can just, you know, turn multiple slabs into one really nice card, you know, or maybe a couple. So that's what I'm kind of looking to do. How have you been collecting lately? Have any of you guys out there been looking to kind of consolidate? To me, it's like, it's fun going through old stuff and finding stuff like the Ohtanis and Acunas and all that kind of stuff. But in the same respect, it's just taking up a lot of space. And I just get to the point where sometimes I just want to like move off all of that stuff. And I told a friend of mine, I'm just like, sometimes I want to just end up with like two-row boxes of slabs, some wax, and then just call it a day. And who knows, might end up going that route. But taking a step toward it now by looking to consolidate these cards. So my general rule for me personally in the past has always been, and it'll remain the same now, I don't want to get rid of anything that I cannot replace. And I'm not talking can't replace because of the value. I'm talking about cannot replace because you can't find it. So I'm not getting rid of anything that's like really a low number to 10, or, you know, I'm hanging on to my rip card set. Like, I'm not getting rid of any of the stuff that I can't replace. But, you know, like, for example, I've got like a really nice SGC 6 Walter Payton rookie. Like, it's a great card. It's nicely centered. I really like it. But in the same respect, would I rather have that, or would I rather move that with a bunch of cards to maybe get like a Jordan rookie year sticker, or get like a nice rookie year Ohtani or something like that? I think I'd rather have the individual card of Jordan or Ohtani, for example. So those are the kind of stuff, the kinds of things that I'm going to be sending to consignment at some point this week. Grading wise, like I said, the moment of the weeks I'm sending in, I just bought a Wemby die cut that I think is numbered to like 30 or 35. I got to take a look at that. I got that Kevin Durant All-Star card from his rookie year that I think it was like a pop 7 or something. I got to look at that, get that sent in. I might send in some of those Underwood plates. I just have a bunch of things that I need to go through. So I was planning on sending things out on Monday, but that's not going to happen. So probably maybe Tuesday or Wednesday this week, and just get some of that stuff sent in and get in the queue, because my understanding is it's taken a while. On a side note too, I did buy a big Ohtani. I don't know, to me, maybe we have different definitions of what big is, but to me, a card that's $1,000 or more is kind of a big card. I do have a big Ohtani that's on the way. The authentication has been really, really far behind. It's taken quite a while. I mean, I bought this card almost 2 weeks ago, 10 days, let's say, but I bought it a while ago. And so I'm still waiting on that, but it's finally passed through authentication and is now being shipped back to me. So I should have that card. I'm going to make a video on that one. It's a great card. It's a really, really tough to find Ohtani. Really, really like it. And I'm very excited to get it in hand. With that said, I hope that everyone's having a great fall, and we'll see you in the next one.